Dan Illman, Mike Beer, taking a look back at the Grade 1 $400,000 Run Happy Santa Anita Derby, run on June the 6th at Santa Anita, an important Kentucky Derby prep race. They break from the gate, and Bob Baffert's 1-2 favorite, Authentic, Mike, well, he had to work a little bit harder from the outside post, getting into position.
Yeah, I mean, he sort of bore out there at the start of the race and wound up getting away last. And after that, Drayden Van Dyke, you see him racing forward on the outside. Dan, I thought at this point he could have easily cleared off and taken the lead here, but it seems like they didn't want to do that this time.
Well, and because they didn't do that, he's 3 wide, as you see, going into the first turn and sitting off of a couple of quick horses. That's Shooter's Shoot, coming off of a very fast victory at Oaklawn Park. And in between horses is Anno Deor, the runner-up in last year's Breeders' Cup Juvenile, trying to find his best form. The horse that Authentic has to beat is following his cover. That's the 6 Honor AP, who finished second behind Authentic in his prior start. This was a really breakthrough performance for Honor AP, a horse with immense potential.
Yeah, it really was. And he is a horse with immense potential. He just got a great trip and ride here from Mike Smith. And this is not to give the others, short shrift in here, but he knew who he had to beat. And he targeted Authentic right from the start. He sat right on his back. He's going to come up to his outside at the top of the stretch to race him, and actually going to outfinish him pretty easily in this race.
The pace is legitimate, certainly for a 1 1/8 race. Authentic is making his bid right now 3 wide, and very soon he's going to strike the front. But you see Authentic with the white shadow roll right behind him. He's going to move to the outside 4 wide. And for a second, we think the match race is on, but it really isn't. Honor AP goes by Authentic without much fuss, and he goes on to a very professional score. I like the way he finished this race off. He pops a 102 Beyer speed figure. Authentic, to his credit, really doesn't give that much ground in the final 16th of a mile. He tried hard before Van Dyke wrapped up on him, but Honor AP was the best on this day.
Yeah, he was. He got a really good trip and ride. He was the best horse on the day. It does feel like he's the kind of horse, not only is he so, lightly raced and getting better with every start, but, distance is really his friend. It just seems like he's going to go all day long. And I guess at this stage of the game, that's something that Authentic, still has to prove that he can do. I still think he's a really good horse, though.
So Honor AP has the fast race now with the 102 Beyer speed figure. He's got a beautiful pedigree, being by the promising young stallion Honor Code out of the multiple Grade 1 stakes winner Hollywood Story. And he just looks like a horse that has to be on the short list for the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't be. It'll be very interesting to see what he does, in the time leading up to that race. I'm sure that they're going to, hopefully point for some of the other bigger races through the summer. Listen, he's run well in every one of his starts, Dan. Even when he was defeated by Authentic in the San Felipe, it felt kind of like a prep for him. He ran well to be second that day, and he obviously took a step forward in this race.
I would expect John Sheriffs to leave this colt at Southern California for the time being. You've got races like the Los Alamitos Derby, maybe a race like the Shared Belief at Del Mar leading up to the Kentucky Derby. Of course, this year, the Derby will be run in September, but it's Honor AP turning the tables on Authentic in the Run Happy Santa Anita Derby, a 102 Beyer speed figure. He is a very exciting prospect.